Hey YouTube, this is Meeting with Bam's Tactical. Today we're on part 6 of our 20 video series on the prepper checklist. So, tier 1 doesn't have to look like this. Alright, I'm into like tier 3 working on stuff now. So your tier 1 doesn't have to be this crazy. Tier 1 can really just be what you keep under the sink in the bathroom. So this is what we're talking about today, is medical and dental. So this is everything from like Tylenol to toothpaste. All right, so what I suggest is each person have 100 count worth of some type of painkiller. We all know what our preference is. Me, the number one like ache and pain I have is migraines. It's not body aches. So for me, I like the Excedrin type of painkillers. Whereas my wife tends to have more of like lower back pain and things like that, so she's more of an Aleve or Advil type of person. But whatever, get about 100 per person, so it's just one extra bottle per person, because you're not going to take it every day, and that'll last you a couple months. I also suggest a multivitamin. Some form of multivitamin will work for you. There's a lot of different types out there. They've got some general ones. They've got some that are just vitamin C, but a multivitamin to help you out, because if you're starting to eat things that you don't normally eat in an emergency, maybe you're eating a bunch of MREs or something, and you're not eating that fresh food that you normally do, your body's going to want those vitamins. All right, I suggest, and this is how I do it, you can do it however you'd like, and like I said, yours doesn't need to look like this right off the bat. But what I do is I buy 2 packs of toothbrushes and 2 packs of toothpaste. So you're supposed to rotate these like every 6 months, and I actually, a new toothbrush. I do it quicker than that. I basically, every time I open a new thing of toothpaste, I open a new toothbrush. So these go paired together, and then when I use one, I buy another, right? I use these toothpaste and this toothbrush, and I buy 2 more of each, and I put them in the box. That's how I rotate through it, and it never goes bad. Now for you, I would just suggest, to start off, as a beginning prepper, you just want a spare of each. So like I would just go buy a, for you and your wife, or you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, buy an extra 2-pack of each and just put them under the sink. So you have the ones you're using now out, and the ones that are your backup underneath. I also suggest dental floss, which I guess I shouldn't have closed this one because this is the one that we're really talking about today. I also put dental floss on there, just some cheap dental floss, because you're not going to be able to go to the dentist if we're in a bad situation. We keep a couple of these, and we rotate through these about once every 6 months or so. We keep these in our go bags, our get home bags, our EDC bags, just things like that. Also, maybe some small hand sanitizer. Again, keep those in our go bags and stuff. One thing that you want to keep, and it's buried in here, but I'm getting to it, is some soap. So I keep a pack of Dial soap in here. You don't need to buy a whole pack right away. You can just buy a couple of bars. So I like Dial because it's not heavily scented, and that's on purpose. Like, it's not my favorite smelling soap, but if we're in a worst case scenario and you're bathing and other people aren't, I'm going to try to keep that as low profile as possible. I don't want to smell like I'm the only person who's got water and soap in the neighborhood as soon as I walk outside. So that's why I have Dial instead of something like Irish Spring. I actually like the way Irish Spring smells, but you can smell it a mile away, and that's a problem. The other thing is, if you have any kind of prescription meds or anything like that, then you need to keep a month's worth of that at least. I've got bad allergies, so I just use over-the-counter allergy medicine, but I keep that stored. My wife likes Mucinex, so we've got some of that stored. Cold and flu season every year, we've got some of that stored. So there's any kind of over-the-counter medication that you'd need for a month, which is not a lot. Like that's like 1 extra box is all. 1 extra thing of soap, 1 extra thing of toothpaste. So don't go crazy in this department right now. If something's on sale, sure, grab a big box of it. But the idea is we're getting enough for 1 to 2 months stored away so that if we can't go to the store, we've got it. And remember, the way this checklist works is we're going through all of the different categories in Tier 1 first before we go back. I see a lot of people go crazy in this section because it's readily available. It's at their store. I can just pile it all into the grocery cart and go home with it, and I'm set. Well, you're set in one category, and now you've spent all your money on that instead of the next categories. All right, so that was, what are we on now? 6. That was the 6th section on the prepper checklist. So after this, we're going to do the 7th video. It will be coming out shortly. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you'd like to see more of these prepper checklist videos coming through. Check out our Patreon. Patreon is where the exclusive content is, where we talk about things like firearms and other things that YouTube doesn't like. But share this with friends and family if you got people who are on the fence about prepping, because it can be real easy and real simple, and we break it down piece by piece. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.